This slide gets to the very practical issue: what is assurance readiness? Whether it's a requirement you call assurance, assessment, or verification, the underlying expectation is very similar. Companies need data that is complete, accurate, traceable, and supported by governance and evidence. That starts with clear GHG boundaries and scope definitions. It also requires complete and consistent data, documented methodologies, emission factors, assumptions, and strong record retention. With double materiality is especially important in frameworks like CSRD, where companies need to assess both financial materiality and impact materiality. So on top of that, companies need to manage and review controls, internal ownerships, supply or value chain data protocols. In other words, assurance readiness is just not about preparing for the external reviewer. It's about building a reporting process that can be defended. So when sustainability reporting is built on weak definitions, spreadsheets, heavy workflows, and unclear ownership, assurance becomes very difficult, expensive, and disruptive.
So up to this point, we focused on the external reporting landscape, talked about regulations, frameworks, assurance expectations, and why all that matters. So the natural next question is, where do these ESG outcomes actually come from? So in reality, ESG performance is not created at the report itself. It's created in every day, in the way we run our assets, in the way maintenance is carried out, and how our people behave and make decisions on the ground. So what we want to do now is to extend that discussion into the operating environment, because governance and controls only become meaningful when they are connected to what actually happening in the field, in the facility, or across the value chain. It's also about identifying practical ways to improve our data reliability, traceability, and reporting readiness without, overly complicating the operation and demanding more from our operation.
So up to this point, we have discussed regulatory expectations, assurance, and reporting frameworks. Now, let me now bring this into the operational reality a bit further than what Ahmed has already mentioned. When we analyze ESG performance across industrial and energy organizations, it consistently comes down to 4 operational hotspots. They are plant control, workforce execution, contractor oversight, and asset reliability. These are not new concepts. They are the same levers that drive safety, efficiency, and uptime. What is different is the level of external scrutiny and internal accountability attached to them. Here, let me emphasize 2 other critical dimensions. First, industrial safety, workforce behavior, permitting procedures and discipline, and also contractor supervision. They directly determine safety outcomes. A lapse here is no longer an operational issue. It is a regulatory, reputational, and financial risk. Above all, it is a question of well-being of the people working in the organization. Second, business continuity. Asset reliability and plant control determine majorly whether operations remain stable or face disruptions. Unplanned outages, process instability, or equipment failures directly impact production and revenue. And this is where digital transformation becomes essential. Without integrated real-time visibility across these hotspots, organizations are effectively managing risks in silos. So ESG performance is not created merely in reports, as Anisa and Ahmed had mentioned earlier. It is created in these operational control points, as we mentioned in the slide.